Hey everybody, Patrick here with RV Life. We've got just a quick tutorial on a new feature that's being rolled out. We call it Profile, and it's going to simplify accessing all of your RV Life resources with a nice, easy single point of information, one login, one place where all of your information is kept, so that you don't have to enter it in multiple sites and multiple places. But the very first place you're going to see this is in RV Trip Wizard, part of RV Life Pro. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you um, what it looks like to existing current, RV Life customers, and then I'll have a marker in the video at a kind of a jump ahead for those of you that might be watching this right now and are brand new to RV Life and really haven't even logged in yet. And we'll give you a little bit more instruction on how that goes. So it's real simple, but we just want to be out in front of you with the information so there's no confusion. So what you're going to see here, of course, is your standard login screen. At this point, this looks no different than what you're already used to. However, when you click on this member login button, instead of opening up on the center of your screen like you're used to, we've got something here on the side. And you can see I've got a little bit of a temporary profile here. I'm going to put in my password. And just before I click on here, you can see you've got really no different than what we had in the middle of the screen. We've got your email, you've got your password, a login button. Excuse me, if you've forgotten your password, here's a link here. And if you happen to come up on here and you do not have an RV Life Pro account, you can click sign up right here. So let's click login. Okay. And so we are logging in. And once again, this is a screen you're already familiar with. It doesn't look a lot different. We can click on this open trip, and you can see I've got a trip here. It's called Demo Trip. We'll go ahead and open that. Opening the trip is not necessary. At this point, I just want to reiterate that this is all what you're used to seeing already. Where the difference lies is when you click on your little profile avatar or your little avatar icon, we can see that that icon looks a little bit different right now. And we've got a new setting here called Your Account. And before we jump into that, we have our default settings, our help, our feature tour, our what's new, and we've got this RV Life Pro subscription here that you've seen now for a while. This also exists in the profile, and so we're going to see that probably move there ultimately as we go along. But for now, we can click on your account, and we've got a few things here that are a little bit different. I want you to focus on this word here in the middle, this garage. So this is not implemented yet. This is all baby steps. But this garage here is where we're going to have a single place to choose your RV that will permeate across all of the RV Life sites. Again, make it simple, single point of contact, easy to do. You don't have to enter it in a bunch of different times if you belong to a bunch of different of our websites. Right now, we're still going to find that under our settings over here. But this garage will appear in this profile as we go down the road a little bit. But for now, we're going to click on Edit Profile. Your name is of such, your birthday. And of course, we can look at some other things here. We've got something a little bit new, a little bit talk about what type of RVer you are, how experienced of an RVer you are, and your address. And if you kind of can determine what you want to show. Now, to talk about this just for a minute, we can show our city and state. We could show state only. You don't have to show it anywhere at all. But the idea behind this is when you're on one of our forums or you're chatting with somebody on one of our sites or something to that effect, and it's like, well, hey, where are you located? Maybe I can help you out, or oh, I see you're in Texas, and here's a great campground near there, and so this is just to give some sort of presence, your ability to choose whether you have some sort of presence out there as you're working with the community. And then, of course, we have all the social places, websites, Facebook, Insta, channel, Pinterest. This, for many of us, of course, we might want to put our Facebook in there or whatever. Certainly, content creators and bloggers and YouTubers, those types of things, will have a lot of these to fill out. And again, this is just long-term um, goal of having all this information right at your fingertips and easy for others to find as you start meeting friends and being in these tight-knit communities and things. You're going to have this information available to show if you choose. And then we can save and finish that, and you can see we haven't done much else. Um, Other items that are in here of interest, you can edit your email address, and this will go back into our system and globally enter that. And of course, it says here, if you change your email address in TripWizard, like if we changed it right now, that's going to affect campground reviews and IRV2 and Airstream forums and Forest River forums and a host of other things that we have. And so we're just making you aware of that there. And a phone number, if you choose to provide that. Edit your password. You can edit some various notifications here, trip planning and GPS notifications. A lot of these things, pre-departure emails we've already had. We're just making it in a more centric location here. And GPS communications, nothing for that right now. A lot of these are things coming, and some of them will be active when this thing goes live. But that's about it. Nothing else here you haven't already seen. User guide, FAQs, contact, etc. So that's it. Again, for our customers that are already TripWizard or RV Life Pro users, not a lot different. We haven't yet, we haven't taken anything away here from your settings. Your little wrench icon. You still have your trip settings. Your RV is still here. Okay, it's going to be a while before all of this stuff is in that single point of contact. Think of it like, you can log into Amazon with your Amazon account, and you can access, buy products or Amazon Prime and videos and music and all of that type of thing. And we want to make it that easy for you to get to all of the RV Life resources. So that's it for you experienced users, RV Life Pro customers existing. What I'm going to do now is log out and sort of create a new account and go through the process that a brand new RVer might use. And I'll put a marker at the beginning of this video, as I mentioned, so that somebody that sees that can jump over to that. A new user might want to jump directly to that. So the rest of you guys can drop off, and I'll continue here. We're going to log out. And what I'm going to do is log in, but I'm going to say, hey, I don't have an account. Okay, so I'm going to sign up. This would be like if this is my very first time as a RV Life customer. And so I'm just going to go in here and fill out this information in. So I've filled in all my information, and I'm going to continue to the payment screen. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this out and advance jump again, and we'll see you on the next screen. Okay, we're going to break in right here. We can see this button here is start your free trial. That is what all customers will do, because you actually don't get billed for 7 days. You are technically always starting a free trial when you sign up. And so we're going to click that start that free trial button. Now, this is an important screen. We don't want to skip over this too fast as a new customer. The first thing is we've got to set a password. Now, if you've already created an account on one of our other properties like IRV2 or Air Forums or Forest River Forums or Campground Reviews, RV Life Campgrounds as we call it now, it's going to tell us, hey, we've already got an account, and it'll already want you to use that same password. In this case, I haven't, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll just create a password. Okay, now when we get to this screen, this is an important note here. This is fabulous, right? This means we're all signed up, we're ready to go, and there's 3 steps right here that it wants us to do. Now, one of the things I try to recommend folks do is make a note of step number 1 here, and note that you're going to do this on your phone, and we understand that we need to get the RV Life app, right? But before I've gone too far without, jotting down my password or forgetting my password, I actually want to jump into number 2 and log into TripWizard first, so that I can, basically take us back to the beginning where I've signed into TripWizard and I know what my password is and there's no confusion there. And the reason for that is when I download the app and I need to install the app, the very first thing it wants me to do is sign in. And if I haven't made sure I remember what my email address and password are, then I'm kind of running in circles on the app and I'm kind of stuck here. And it's really make it simple on yourself and just log into TripWizard one time first. So we're going to click on that and it's going to bring me back to this login screen, which we're already familiar with. And now, when I log in for the first time, I get this extra set of information here. These are my default settings. These are the settings I want to use going forward to create a trip. And so I'm going to choose my motorhome, 2015, Tiffin, Phaeton, 42. And I look at these numbers, and these numbers are right. No, we don't carry propane. It's all electric. The weight is sort of the max weight. When fully loaded, we don't weigh quite that much. I could change it if I want to, but this is fine. We're a diesel pusher, so we're going to go with diesel. We've got 100 gallons. And your fuel reserve is important. If it's a motorhome, you want always at least 25% to prevent your generator from running dry when it's running. So I always like to put 30 gallons. And we'll give it an 8 miles to the gallon. I think I run closer to 7.5. And I want to show multiple fuel stops. Now, before we get too far in the weeds here, we have a video on our RV Life and RV TripWizard YouTube channels called Settings Overview that talks about all of these settings, the fuel settings and the routing and the expenses and those types of things. So if you get stuck here, just kind of leave it be and go to the RV Life YouTube channel and watch the settings overview. I'm going to jump over now. You can see down here I have a next button. We actually like to drive. We're down to 4 hours a day, but we don't stop. So we like to do 4 hours a day with the advanced radius. I try to avoid unpaved roads. And again, we've learned our average speed. The way we travel is 58 miles an hour. Once again, I stress if you want help with these settings, go watch that video. And I'll go ahead and hit next. And for my camping fees, I just put $50 for camping. Oops, if I could type it. I'll drop $4 for gas, I suppose, fuel, diesel. I don't mess with miscellaneous expenses unless I know something's coming up. Meals, I got to eat anyway, whether we're traveling or not, so I don't fill that one in. And I save my default settings. Now, those default settings really have nothing to do with the new profile feature that we're rolling out. Those are just going to come up when you sign up as a new user. And so it's important you understand that. It's really important you fill those out the right way. And if you don't, now look, I can go back in and change them. So that's not a problem. But ideally, you'll fill them out correctly the first time. Maybe watch that video, get a little bit of help. And then here we have our new profile feature under your account. And this part of the video is essentially exactly the same as the early part for the folks that were already members. This garage is a feature that's coming. Here, your RV is going to be in here, and it's going to permeate throughout all of our websites. Right now, you'll just check your name, your birth date. You can choose what kind of RVer you are. I can make sure my address is correct. I can choose how much of my address information I want to share across our various community channels. And then I'm also going to be able to put any type of social websites and things that I have. If I want to share my journeys or thoughts with others, I can put my Insta and Facebook and YouTube and all that. So those are those profile settings. Again, this is new, but it's not new to you because you've never been here before anyway. So what we're going to do with this section is going to be amazing. And especially as you grow into the RV Life community and start having multiple RV Life presences, it'll all be focused in one area with kind of a one place to do everything, which is convenient. It's more accurate. and it'll be handy. Again, like we've mentioned, it's kind of like Amazon or something like that, where you've got one login and you've got your shopping and um, your Amazon Video and your Amazon Music and all those types of things. Amazon Games now, I think, right? So a similar concept in that a single focus sign on and that has all your information. And once soon we'll have that garage where you'll have an RV presence there, that will sort of take the place of where it is now. So that's it. That's just hopefully a kickstart. I'm sure this will change a little bit, and we'll refresh this video as needed. But for now, that should do it. So enjoy the changes. We've got lots of good features coming, and we look forward to having you as an RV Life customer.